Taxation.
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 Taxation. Taxation, an ancient practice, yet an essential cornerstone of every modern society. It is through taxes that governments fund their operations, provide public services, build infrastructure, and support welfare programs. But what many may not realize is that taxation is not a singular concept. It comes in many forms, each playing a distinct role in shaping the economic landscape and the lives of citizens. At the heart of this system lies two primary types of taxation: direct and indirect. Each is defined not just by how it's collected, but by who ultimately bears the burden. Direct taxes are just that, direct. They are imposed on individuals or organizations, and the responsibility to pay cannot be shifted. Income taxes, corporate taxes, property taxes, these are some of the most familiar forms. As individuals earn more, they contribute more, embodying a progressive system designed to promote economic equality. Take income tax, for example. It's progressive, taxing higher incomes at higher rates. Property taxes help fund critical local services, public education, road maintenance, and emergency services. The essence of direct taxes is transparency and fairness. Taxpayers know what they owe and why, making it easier to plan their financial futures. Enter indirect taxes. Taxes levied on goods and services, such as value-added tax or VAT and sales taxes. These taxes are often invisible to the consumer, passed on by sellers as part of the cost of doing business. Yet, it is ultimately the everyday consumer who bears the burden, paying more for the same product. Unlike direct taxes, indirect taxes are regressive. They take a larger percentage of income from those who earn less. Still, they serve a purpose: easy to collect, harder to evade, and in many cases, they are used to discourage the consumption of harmful goods like tobacco, alcohol, and sugary drinks, subtly shaping public behavior for the greater good. Every nation faces a critical challenge: finding the right balance between direct and indirect taxes. While direct taxes promote fairness and accountability, indirect taxes ensure efficiency and flexibility. Together, these taxes help governments meet their goals, funding essential services, redistributing wealth, and guiding economic behavior. The balance of direct and indirect taxes reflects a country's priorities: social equity, economic growth, or simply the need for efficient tax collection. Taxation remains a vital tool in shaping the future of societies, driving progress, ensuring stability, and funding the common good. For as long as there is civilization, there will be taxes, quietly underpinning the fabric of modern life. When we talk about the tax base, we delve into the very essence of our communities, the financial engine that fuels our schools, roads, healthcare, and public safety. It's a concept both straightforward and intricate, rooted in the fundamental question of what gets taxed and why. The tax base encompasses all the economic activities and assets upon which governments impose taxes. From the income you earn and the property you own to the goods and services you buy, every choice about what to tax reflects our shared priorities and values. It's not merely about raising revenue. It's about influencing behavior, promoting fairness, and addressing societal needs. At the core of this discussion is income tax, a significant source of government revenue. The principle is simple: the more you earn, the more you contribute. This reflects the belief that those who benefit most from the economy can afford to give back, supporting public services that uplift us all. However, the reality of income taxation is complex, intertwined with debates over fairness, economic incentives, and the practicality of ensuring everyone pays their fair share. Property taxes are another cornerstone of the tax base, funding essential local services like schools, fire departments, and libraries. They are based on the idea that property values indicate an individual's wealth and, by extension, their capacity to contribute to public amenities. Yet, reliance on property taxes introduces challenges, especially in areas where property values soar, potentially pricing out long-time residents and exacerbating inequalities. Consumption taxes, such as sales taxes and value-added taxes, offer a different perspective. They focus on spending rather than earning or ownership, appealing for their simplicity and broad revenue capture, even from tourists. Yet, they raise fairness concerns, disproportionately affecting those with lower incomes who spend a larger share of their earnings on taxed goods. As society evolves, so too does the tax base. Governments are exploring new avenues for taxation, from digital services to environmental taxes and financial transactions. These efforts aim to align the tax system with modern economic realities, ensuring it remains fair, effective, and capable of funding the public services we rely on. The choices we make about the tax base and how it is taxed are deeply consequential. They shape our society, influencing the quality of schools, the state of our roads, and the overall health of our communities. Let's peel back the layers of tax rates to reveal their real-world impact. Marginal tax rates are what you pay on the next dollar earned, while effective tax rates reflect your overall tax burden. These rates shape decisions, from investments to personal spending. Marginal rates can affect whether people seek additional income, while effective rates offer a clearer picture of your total tax contribution. Policymakers must balance these rates carefully to encourage economic growth without stifling incentives. The tax system's complexity affects everything from local economies to investment strategies. Designing a fair tax system is akin to walking a tightrope, requiring a delicate balance, a keen eye for detail, and an unwavering commitment to the common good. This task is complex and multifaceted, touching upon various aspects of economic theory, social justice, and practical governance. One of the paramount challenges in crafting a fair tax system is defining what fairness means in the context of taxation. Fairness is inherently subjective, varying significantly across cultures, political ideologies, and individual beliefs. Moreover, the complexity of modern economies adds another layer of difficulty to designing a fair tax system. Economic activities now span across borders with ease, thanks to globalization and technological advancements. This global interconnectedness complicates taxation. Multinational corporations can shift profits and operations to jurisdictions with more favorable tax rates, undermining governments' ability to levy taxes based on traditional economic footprints. Crafting rules that can effectively tax such entities without stifling economic innovation or driving investment away is a formidable challenge. Another critical issue lies in the inherent trade-off between efficiency and equity in taxation. Taxes that are considered equitable, such as progressive income taxes, can sometimes discourage investment and savings, potentially hampering economic growth. Navigating this trade-off requires careful consideration of the economic and social impacts of different tax types. Tax compliance and enforcement further complicate the quest for a fair tax system. Ensuring that individuals and businesses pay what they owe is crucial for the system's integrity and fairness. However, achieving high levels of compliance often necessitates complex regulations and significant administrative resources, increasing costs and complexities for taxpayers and the government. Aggressive enforcement measures can sometimes be perceived as unfair or punitive, particularly if they disproportionately target specific groups or sectors. The dynamism of society and the economy presents an ongoing challenge in maintaining a fair tax system. Demographic shifts, changes in the economic structure, technological advancements, and evolving societal norms can all affect the fairness and effectiveness of existing tax policies. As such, tax systems must be adaptable and capable of evolving in response to changing conditions while maintaining their core principles of fairness and efficiency. This requires ongoing analysis, dialogue, and reform efforts. Achieving transparency and simplicity in the tax system is crucial for fairness. A complex tax code can obscure the true impact of taxes, making it difficult for taxpayers to understand their obligations and for the public to hold policymakers accountable. Simplifying the tax code can alleviate these issues, but it often involves tough choices about which tax preferences to eliminate or reduce, each with its own proponents and beneficiaries. In light of these challenges, designing a fair tax system is not a task that can be accomplished once and for all. It is an ongoing process that demands vigilance, creativity, and a willingness to engage in difficult conversations. Policymakers must listen to diverse perspectives, analyze data carefully, and be prepared to make tough choices. Ultimately, the pursuit of a fair tax system transcends mere numbers and economic theories. It embodies our values and priorities. This endeavor, challenging as it may be, is essential for building a just, prosperous, and sustainable future.